Marion Motley, 1946 to 1953. Jim Brown, 1957 to 1965. Leroy Kelly, 1964 to the present. I'm Lou Groza. In my 21 years with the Cleveland Browns, I've played with all three of these runners. Three of the greatest in the history of pro football. The tradition of great backs of the Cleveland Browns began since inception in 1946. The first team that Paul Brown had put together professional football was composed of football players that either played against or had coached previously. And Marion Motley had played against Paul Brown's high school coach teams at Massillon. When he formed his pro football team, he wanted Marion for his #1 boy. Marion wore my old number 76. In those days, I was wearing number 46. He had big thighs and hips. And Paul Brown would tell him, don't be so fancy, just run over him, and that's what Marion Motley did. He used to punish people by running into them, and he was really a brute. And it was his brute strength and speed that really helped make him a great fullback. Incidentally, during Marion Motley's career in the Navy, he was supposedly faster than the world record holder in the 440-yard dash. I can remember best that Pittsburgh game where he, how many guys did he run over? I think about 4 or 5 guys had a shot at him. In 1953, Marion Motley retired. The Browns continued their winning ways with strong runners such as Curly Morrison, Ed Modzelewski, Maurice Bassett, Billy Reynolds. And then in 1957, we drafted a runner out of Syracuse. And just after 2 dazzling exhibition games, Paul Brown told him, "You're my fullback." Jim Brown was the Browns' fullback. Football will probably never see another one like him. During Jim Brown's career, he led the league every year except for one. Jim had a knack of hitting for a hole, and if it were closed, to react from where the hole may come open. On his sweeps, he'd start out there, and if they had his predetermined course covered, he would make a cutback on his own and had the necessary reaction and speed to take advantage of it. As an offensive tackle, blocking for these men, it gave me a great thrill to see them run. How was it to tackle them? Let's ask Chuck Bednarik, former All-Pro with the Philadelphia Eagles. He had to tackle both of them.
Tough to tackle. Well, the wider of the two, the broader of the two to wrap your arms around was Marion Motley. If Marion Motley ever picked up steam, once he got past the front line and the linebackers, goodbye. Look, it was like a locomotive. I hated to tackle him when he had full speed, because he could break you into two. Jimmy Brown at the same time had a beautiful waistline, 28 inches, 230 pounds. Really built. You wrap your arms around him, it's pretty tough, too. You gang tackle people like that.
How do you replace a Jim Brown with a Leroy Kelly? Kelly, who had been operating on our specialty teams and doing a fine job, was a natural selection. He has proved himself, and he is a great runner. Leroy's real, true assets as a runner is his ability to get into the hole quickly. You know, those holes don't stay open too long in pro football. Jim Brown was very quick for a big man, but I think Leroy gets to the hole somewhat quicker than Jim. Leroy's a very fine receiver. Leroy is not as big a man as Jim Brown, but he has good balance, and he's not knocked off his feet very easily, and avoids a lot of direct hits, and they don't get a clean shot at him. Kelly, of course, led the National Football League statistically in running last year. We expect Leroy to be great for a long time. I have retired as an active player and have been retained on the coaching staff of the Cleveland Browns. It just might be part of my job to help find that next great runner.